welcome aboard. And did you know that Carnival Cruise Lines has a chief fun officer?
Welcome to the Carnival 30-minute tour.
Hey, Shaq. It's a 30-second tour.
No, man, it's like...
And now it's 26.
Welcome aboard! Ocean! Skyride! Mini golf. Relax, relax, relax! You take this man to be your husband?
I do.
No.
Married.
No. Are we coming back live?
No time for basketball. Pool! Carnival. Choose fun.
Book your fun cruise from Florida's 5 ports: Jacksonville, Port Canaveral, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami. Call D&D Cruise and Tours at 877-747-8631. Again, that's 877-747-8631, and sail out of sunny Florida and see the Caribbean. Come to the land of orange groves and palm trees. Come to the land of theme parks. Come to the land of sunny beaches and the azure waters of the Atlantic Ocean. So come and visit Florida for lasting memories. Email us. Email david.ddcruiseandtours@gmail.com or call D&D Cruise and Tours at 877-747-8631 for your next family, cruise, or theme park vacation. Let us provide you your next visit with our travel experience, not experimentation. We are members of IATAN and CLIA. Email david.ddcruiseandtours@gmail.com. Serving the Southeast, traveler since 1985. Don, look at me. Look at me. Welcome back. We love technology when it works, and satellites don't always cooperate in our coverage, but we're back live from the Kennedy Space Center. Don Meyer, our Space Coast news editor, me, David Denault, and we are in a hold at this point. Don, bring us up to date at what we might not know yet.
Well, so far I have not heard what has put us in this hold, that they've delayed launch. They're going through checklists right now, and when I know, I'll let you know.
Okay. Beyond that, we are hoping that we get this is the 4th launch delay in less than a month than what we've had. We can go back and take a look here. We started out with May the 6th, and we were out there in that heat. And just a couple of hours before, they scrubbed the launch as they detected a small leak in the helium. It's a little thruster used on re-entry in the service module. So they delayed it then to the 21st, and eventually went with a delay indefinitely, and eventually worked through the system. And I know that as we've listened to the pre-launch conferences and all, Don, they said that they could handle the Mark Napier with the spacecraft Starliner, so they could handle this particular leak at a rate to even go up to 100 times. So it's not a concern to them at this point, but now another issue. And it seems like this particular rocket, I mean, we've used the Atlas Centaur for ages. It looks like the issues have been in the Centaur stage. Don, if you, I want to use the word maybe mothball. And if something's kind of stored in storage until you're ready to, this has been ongoing for 3 years. So if you store something long enough, are those anticipated maybe issues?
Well, of course, realize that this is the first time that the Atlas has ever been used to launch people, so there's a whole different set of criteria for the Atlas with people on it than there is with an Atlas without people on it.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all new systems that they're doing, they're all new criteria that they're doing. So when they were going through their checklists and telling, that this is different, well, yeah, they've never had to do this before, really, because it's not been a human-rated launch system before.
So Don, with your experience on shuttle launches, is this anything unique to you?
Delays? We used to have lots of delays on the shuttle program, but you're launching people into space, their lives are on the line when you're doing this, and so it's really important that everything works out just the way it should so that they come back.
So we have not heard anything officially yet from NASA on why this kind of 4-minute delay.
Not so far. Well, here they're asking the launch director. Let's see what he says.
John, can we go to NASA?
Launch Director, LC Channel 1. LDM 1. Yes, sir. So we had a hold call at T-minus 3 minutes and 50 seconds by the CCLS launch sequencer. So this time we've completed our recycle back to T-minus 4 and holding configuration and ready to proceed with a scrub-proof egress operation.
All right, so I guess they're scrubbing.
Yeah, roger, that's standby. Roger.
Mm-hmm. Well, it appears, Don, we have another issue with the rocket itself. Not the Starliner spacecraft this time, but it's in the second stage. Can you elaborate a little bit more, maybe, on what you might know about that?
Don't have any idea other than that they said that they're egressing, which means that they're going to take the crew off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, I really don't know because nobody tells me.
They're not whispering in your ear, are they?
No, they aren't whispering in my ear. I'm only listening to the same channel you are, and if you don't know it, then I don't know it.
Okay. Well, maybe you have that insight back there, though. About 28 years in the shuttle industry, seeing those things take off time and again. Well, we were hoping that we would see a launch today. So this is the 4th time in trying to get on the launch pad with astronauts to get them up into orbit and eventually dock with the International Space Station. An 8-day mission. Dawn, we might want to chat a little bit. Maybe NASA will come back and tell us a little bit more of why we're scrubbing today, and give us some more definition to that. I'm sure they will. But it's interesting that they reconfigured the spacecraft at the last minute to include some memorabilia. As I understood some of the cargo that's been on there, it's 760 pounds of extra cargo that's been put in. Some of them, I understand, are from pictures that children have done in schools. There's some silver Snoopies on there, and a few other personal items, I guess, going. Do you know any more about some of the things they're carrying?
Well, I imagine that some of the things from children are, Sonny Williams has a
School, yeah.
school, and they're probably from some of them. And of course, the silver Snoopies, they always fly those before they're awarded to personnel. So I'm sure they're taking those. Other than that, I haven't really read much of the details of that. So whatever else you might know about what they're taking, I don't have access to that right at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's always some family items that go along with that.
Well, the astronauts always get to take something of their own with them. So whatever they're taking, whether it's for their own selves or for their families, I don't know.
Lots of things go in there, little flags and all kinds of stuff that fly on board. Well, we are waiting to hear more from NASA. Can we go back to the NASA channel perhaps and see what they're having to say at this point? Dawn, I'm not hearing anything. Are you from Mission Control there?
No, I'm not hearing anything at the moment other than they said they were going to configure for egress.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I'm looking at our YouTube, I'm not seeing anything except the picture that says countdown to broadcast 16 minutes. So I don't think we're broadcasting.
Oh, okay. So we're not. I'm not sure what's going on there. John, maybe you can give us something there, but. No, we're talking about what's on the screen. Dawn is saying that our video channel just has a countdown clock. We're live. Okay, just want to check. We've had some issues with our transmissions today with satellite and audio issues. Goes along with the scrub of the launch, I guess. Dawn, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean this to be mean, but it's the name Boeing is attached to this. Of all the things we've been reading on the other side of Boeing with the airplanes. I mean, is this kind of one of these things that is like kind of spooky?
Well, for me, yes, I think it is. Because I had expected better from Boeing.
Mm.
But they seem to be having some issues at the moment. I have no details on that other than what's been in the press. But yeah, they've just finally announced the scrub on the NASA channel. So
Mm-hmm.
P2 LC. Go ahead.
it doesn't
Secure CEC and activate
say what it is so far, so I can't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But they delayed it and
FPS
scrubbed it officially. So
Well, there
I
is.
guess we'll wait and see what it was.
Right, there's another window tomorrow open if they can resolve this issue. Did you get? I can't. I thought I had the time here with me, but I don't have it. Do you remember what the time is? It's like 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Is that right? They move it a couple of hours or so. Does that sound right to you?
I don't know. I haven't seen the schedule for tomorrow.
CEC secured and safety purge.
It usually moves up about a half an hour, but it may move up more depending on what their plans are.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like my husband just got back from the beach, so he didn't get to watch the launch either.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure he's disappointed.
I think a lot of people, can you imagine having a Saturday launch and looking at that causeway, this 520 causeway is always jammed and with a launch, but on a Saturday, they probably have a pretty good crowd out there as well. But
And on 528 also because there are more cruise ships in port, so
That's-
there's got a lot of people
yeah.
out there.
right, 520, 528 causeway, sure, absolutely, there are going to be a lot of people there. Well, we still do not have a resolution. We will be back. We will give you an updated report later as we hear more of the details of our delay today. And we do apologize again for some audio and satellite issues of connecting things together. But it's always interesting if technology makes, doesn't it, Dawn?
Oh yeah.
Well, we thank you for joining us. We will see what the results are, and we will have to wait at least till later today to find out in a conference. And after that, we will move as quick as we can to recycle and bring you latest up-to-date news on the launch of Starliner. For Dawn Meyer, our Space Coast news editor, and myself, David Denault, thanks for joining our coverage.
This has been a